What's good, everyone? How you doing today? C3 here with a little market update and overview. Obviously, there's been some bloodshed in the market, so we figured we'd come back to you guys, let you know what we see, what our opinions are, what we're looking at. We apologize, it's been a minute. We've had a lot on our plates. For those of you that haven't been following us, we do have a helium channel coming out as well, and we have been big into helium. Very excited about all things helium. But that aside, let's talk crypto today, and let's go ahead and get into the market. So I'm here with Jake. Jake, how you doing today, brother man?
I'm doing really good. Excited, actually, for the market to be moving in the direction it's moving. So I'm excited to see what you have to share with us.
How probable do you think that it is the market's going to move anytime soon?
I think it's extremely probable that we're going to see a move by Friday around UTC close.
What kind of move are you expecting?
I'm a little bit bearish right now. I'm a little bit of a bear. I kind of anticipate M formation playing out. So
okay, so we have a bearish bull on scene. I like it.
Yeah, that's right. I'm always bullish, but I'm bearish in the short term.
We are all crypto bulls in the long run, but we got to be realistic with our charts, I guess. That's where we're at. So let's jump right into it, and let's go ahead and jump right into total crypto market cap. Let's get rid of all of this and just take a look at what our candles are telling us. So for those of you that are constantly in the market, I'm sure you experience this and are fully aware of the brilliant 30% drop that we made on Friday evening at 9 o'clock Pacific time. So we were a part of that event, and it was a lot of fun. It was a roller coaster. I think we're all in this for the excitement, and you can't deny that was exciting. Hopefully you guys weren't over leveraged and didn't have any positions that got liquidated. I know that we managed to play this drop a lot better than the last drop. So let's take a look at what to expect from here. So just looking at this chart in this specific time frame from about August to current, I can already see a similarity in the chart, and I'm sure you can too. We can see that right here looks awfully similar to right here. So what does that tell us? Well, that tells us that, like history, nothing ever repeats itself, but it definitely rhymes. So we can expect some kind of similarities in this pattern to follow through. What we noticed back here is in September, on the drop in September, on September 6th or 7th, we ended up having a pretty nasty wick that we started here, and we dropped about 20% in about 6 hours. So that was a healthy move downwards. And what happens when they make moves and when the market moves like that is there are pockets of liquidity that get built. And so in this wick, you can see there's a nice pocket of liquidity that got built from that wick. And after we recovered on the wick, you can zoom in and see that we stayed above the original crash price. We flirted with it right here about 5 days afterwards on September 13th. We went above our EMAs only to fall all the way through and come and grab all of this liquidity. So what we've learned in the last crash is the market makers don't like to leave liquidity pools behind. So now let's take this new understanding and apply it to where we're at today. Let me get rid of these, and let's build our liquidity box. So as you can see, the wick dropped right around here and went to right about there. So I would expect this area to be hit. And let me remind you guys, we're looking at the total market cap. So this is all of the money in crypto in its entirety. This is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of the shit coins that follow. So we really want to make sure that we're looking at things from the grander scheme. We don't want to have tunnel vision. You don't want to be too focused on one project, because this this whole space still kind of moves together. And so your best bet is staying zoomed out until you have a reason to zoom in. And so that's why we like to stick with total 1, total 2, and total 3. So since we're looking at total 1 and we've just identified our new pool of liquidity, we can see that we're probably going to come back here, and it just so happens to be the breaking point of $2 trillion. So I would anticipate over the next 6 to 12 days that we're going to be flirting with the $2 trillion total market cap. And if that were to be the case, it would be safe to expect or anticipate another 10 to possibly 15% downward movement for the rest of the space. And you can see total 3 looks the same as well. So we have a pool of liquidity like we identified earlier right here. And that same pool of liquidity was taken advantage of. And you can go further back in the charts. And in fact, I encourage you to do that. And you'll find that very seldom does the market establish a pool of liquidity without coming back to it before taking off or falling down. So I don't know how important or relevant it is to even look at projects individually right now. I think that the entire space is hemorrhaging money, and there's a lot of variables coming around the corner. And I think, Jake, why don't we talk about some of the variables and why we're not really looking at projects specifically, but why we're paying more attention to the space in general?
So one thing we need to look at is all the other markets, because markets operate in a emotional pattern. So what we've been doing the last week, is actually 2 weeks, is tracking the stock market, tracking the news in the market, and seeing what the Federal Reserve is doing. So let me pull up a stock market chart for you guys.
And typically we see the stock market move a little bit before the crypto market in either direction, correct?
Right. So that'll kind of give us a little telltale sign on what's happening, because big investors don't want to leave their money in a volatile market, and they seem to kind of be the tipping point of the market, whether it goes up or down. So let me share my screen real quick. Ho, ho, ho.
Hodl. Happy
Hodl
holidays.
through the snow. All right. So what we see over here is this amazing looking chart, especially if you got in down here around the C word crash.
We should talk about how to get in down there later.
Yeah, so we will be showing you guys what we did and how we capitalized on the last wick down. But this right now, I just wanted to show you guys that what it looks like right now is sort of a top. So what we have over here is the stock market. This is on the weekly chart, actually. So let me go to the daily real quick. And on the daily, we can actually see a little bit of momentum gaining. So what we need to watch for is it breaking this all-time high right here around 4,700. So if we can close above that 4,700, that's actually bullish sign for crypto as well. But we also need to keep an eye on the dollar index. So the dollar is really important to pay attention to, because that tells us whether money is going in and out, in or out of the market. So what we see right here is the dollar looks like it is doing a little bit more consolidation on the daily time frame. Market Cipher B is giving us a little bit of a sell dot right here. Our stochastic RSI is going downwards. So we could actually possibly anticipate a little bit of a uplift in the traditional markets towards the end of this week, as well as the crypto markets to possibly set positions for the weekend. So we're paying really close attention to this and watching it closely. We will be bringing you guys any more updates as they happen. Anything else you got, Al?
Just a quick clarification on the dollar. So when the dollar shows weakness, that's good for crypto and stocks. So when the dollar looks like it's getting weaker, so when you see red candles on the dollar chart, and you're looking at that through DXY, correct?
Correct.
So on the DXY indices, as that gets red and shows weakness, that's good for investments and assets. As
Correct.
the dollar strengthens, that's a concern for those of us in stocks and crypto.
That's right. So I actually wanted to show you guys one more thing too with the Bitcoin order book. So this actually will show us kind of where a lot of the orders are set, buys and sells. So we always look on the bigger picture when it comes to crypto, especially when you're looking at where you think the market's going. So this is an order book for Bitcoin. Over here on the right are your price levels. And right here where these bars are, the redder the bar, the thicker the orders, the more orders there are. So if you come over here at the $40,000 level, you can see that there are 217 Bitcoin set to be bought. And with the little zoom in a little too much. With the market being where it's at right now, we can anticipate coming down and trying to tap this $45,000 pool of liquidity. And on the opposite side, we can see over here around $69,000 to $70,000. We have over 400 Bitcoin set to be sold, 450 Bitcoin. So these are levels to watch. Obviously, the market makers like to bring it down or up to their level so they can set their positions. So we can anticipate coming close to these ranges. So the fact that we see more buys down here kind of tells us that we could be coming down here to set those prices and move upward. So that's all I got for the order book.
Brilliant. So actually, I think before we wrap this up really quick, I want to give people a quick little preview of some fun to look forward to. So first things first, stay tuned because we will be going over what we're seeing on a lot of our indicators. And so, for example, one of the big indicators is what we're seeing on the token metrics daily, weekly, and monthly. So these indices, we'll talk about what these indices mean, why we think that the AI would like these projects specifically. And also, we're going to go over in the later videos how to set yourself up to capitalize on Wix. So as you can see, this was our entry price on this wick. And you can go down and see that right here, we had an entry price on the wick. And you can continue to go down and find more what we like to call sniper pricing. My apologies for this. I do not know what happened there. And so we're very pleased with some of the orders that we ended up putting in ahead of time. And this is why we constantly preach, teach, and encourage you guys to know what you're looking for and to anticipate the prices that we know the charts will hit. And that's what we're here to teach you how to do and how to learn and help you in this process. So stay tuned. Later this week, we're going to teach you how to snipe these projects. All right, everyone. Well, I think that's it for us today. We just wanted to get back to you, give you guys a shout out, let you know we're still here in the space. Happy holidays. Ho, ho, hodl through the holidays and through the crash. We have better times around the corner. This is just a moment, and we're all in this together. So stay tuned. We got a lot for you this week. Much love. C3, happy,
healthy,
and wealthy. Let's go, everyone.
Have a good one, guys.
Happy holidays.